Cast your mind back to your very first job. You know what it's like. Well, maybe not even your first job, but do you remember when you went for interviews in our generation? First of all, correct me if I'm wrong, but you had to write a letter for the position. Now, you might find that position going, whether it be you went to the labour exchange, as we called it over here, later a job centre, or a friend of a friend might know and you might go and meet someone. But you really did have a sort of interview, a loose interview at very best. As things went on, of course, it got more expanded, didn't it? And you had to produce, you had to fill in like a company form. I remember at the very start of leaving school, they sent me to the British Gas Company, right? This is a true story and it's fascinating when you look back. And literally the British Gas Company had showrooms, up and down in the high streets, all that sort of stuff. And I literally had to go in front of a panel of 4 people. And remember, I'm just about, maybe even still 15, 16. I had to go in front of a panel and basically explain to them why I wanted to sell gas cookers. Now, let me be blunt, I didn't really know anything about gas cookers, and no intention of finding out either, but I'd been sent there because it was a job. And this really pious woman behind the counter sort of said, and what do you think you can bring to the company? And I said, well, I think I could bring personality and sort of fun, I think that could help sell cookers. She didn't like that. Oh, stern, you know what it's like. Didn't get the job. What a relief when you think about it. But going for other jobs, I do remember having to fill in forms, and you'd have to put down the reason why you wanted the job, some referee, that type of thing. Now, this new company, well, not new company, but an established company over here in the United Kingdom, John Lewis Partnership, part of Waitrose, all that sort of stuff. Guess what? They're going to do this. Morning, lovely to see you. You're all right, thank you. Yes, no, I wanted to share this because I love talking to you. That's the whole point. It's good to get some feedback about how things have changed. John Lewis, as I say, a plummeting situation right now. The worst CEO ever, Dame Sharon White, more interested in putting rainbow flags up and Black Lives Matters paraphernalia all around the tills than actually training staff. You just think incredibly, when you think about it. She's brought the company to rock bottom. But now, apparently, if you want to go for a job in Waitrose, they're going to tell you the questions in advance. Now, how thick do you have to be to do that? I'm not knocking the people who work in retail. It's a hard job. You're dealing with the public, never easy. But, part of the job is learning about the company, isn't it? You should do some research. You should think, well, this is what I want. This is what I'm doing, all of that sort of stuff. But no, John Lewis have decided and Waitrose that, in order to get staff, if they tell you in advance, it will save time and they can decide, of course, whether you can fit the remit. Now, I don't know about you, but I just think that's laziness on both points, because you could get anybody to talk you through that. You could get anybody to fill the form in. But this is the world we now live in. And as I've said to you before, when you cast your mind back to our era, do you remember when you got the rejection letter? Did you get those? I could have wallpapered a bedroom with my rejection letters, not just theatrically, but, in normal jobs as well. Because you could hold it up, couldn't you? And it said, on this occasion, you've been on, and you didn't need to read the rest, did you? You know what I mean? But at least they had the manners to write to you, to invite you for an interview, to discuss it. You felt that you could be part of a bigger company going forward. In this clickbait age of where you just click on, fill a form in, and then they tell you the questions in advance, is it any wonder less and less people want to visit the high street? Oh, you can have a badge with your pronouns on, but that's about it. That's the only thing they're interested in doing. Shoving down there, of course, political and whatever beliefs that they want. Doing the job of serving the customer in a posh store, or indeed just an average store, just doing the job that you're supposed to be paid for. No, they're not too fussed about that. And this, I would suggest, by allowing them to have the questions in advance, is even further dumbing down. What do you think, though? I'd love to know. As ever, please like and share. Keep it respectful in the comments and let me know what was your first job and was it tough to get it. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.